Yo, yo, what's poppin'? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I don't know if I'm gonna call this video like a rant or something. I don't think it's really a rant, but I gotta address some shit, right? So last night, I went on this dude's live stream show. I'm gonna call him this guy. I'm gonna call him this dude because I'm not really gonna say his name because, you know, whatever, right? So I go on this dude's live stream show because he was basically talking about me. So it came to my attention that this dude was talking about me. I tuned in, checked it out, and then I was like, all right, let me call up to see what's popping, right? Now this dude, he's a MGTOW dude, right? So he was, upset at me, I guess, because he thought I was dissing MGTOW and all this other stuff, right? Now, see, we had like a cool debate, you know. He was like, okay, let's keep it respectful. I'm like, cool, let's keep it respectful because that's how I do it. You understand? I'm all about the, keeping it respectful shit, right? So we kept it respectful. Everything was cool. I even thanked him at the end of the call for keeping it civil, keeping it respectful, right? And I was like, look, I got to go because I'm about to go see my girl. So, peace out, have a good night, and all that other shit, right? So I leave my house to get in a cab to go to my girl's house, right? So I was like, you know what? Let me tune back into his show just to see what else he's talking about, right? So I tune in. Next thing you know, I see this dude. He's talking about me and, disrespecting my wife and all that other stuff for a good, maybe 15, 20 minutes, almost a half an hour after I got off the phone with him. Now, I'm like, dude, why? Why you got to do that? What's up with that? You understand? I came to your show after you was talking about me. I had a respectful dialogue with you. I did not diss you. I did not disrespect you, whatever it is. Then when I get off your show, you're disrespecting me and you calling my wife all types of crazy because this is the thing. On the show, he mentioned my wife and he used the word bitch at one point, but it's almost like it slipped out, like how you just say, oh, bitches, whatever, and then he sort of caught himself, and then he kept going. So I sort of laughed and let it slide. But then after the show's over and he's talking all of this shit, he's talking all this, oh, this bitch, that bitch. I'm like, come on, dog, that's uncalled for, right? That's like me talking about a dude, he calls up to my show, we have a civil discussion, I'll be like, oh yeah, we're gonna keep it cool, and as soon as he get off the phone with me, I start talking shit about him. That's corny. You feel what I'm saying? Especially, I didn't say shit to you, I did not be disrespectful to you. It could be one thing, it'd be one thing if I was on the line with you and I was cursing you out and I was doing all this other stuff and then you came back and cursed. I understand that, but what did I do disrespectful to you in order for you to be coming at me that way, right? So this is what this is about. And I want to address some of the things that he said in his video and his rant and all this other stuff, right? Now, the thing was this. He was, mad at me or upset at me because he thought I was disrespecting MGTOW. Now, I don't give a fuck about MGTOW. I never disrespected MGTOW. I was just asking questions about MGTOW. I was critiquing MGTOW. I only have a few videos that's actually about MGTOW. I had one video where this dude, he emailed me and he wanted to know my thoughts on it, so I said my thoughts on it. I had another video years ago where I said, what's the point of calling yourself MGTOW? Because I was saying that it's called men going their own way. And I was like, a man is supposed to be going his own way anyway, so isn't it sort of redundant? I was like, that's like saying women who sit down to pee. That's what women do. They sit down to pee. Men go their own way. So what's the point of that? You understand? And also, too, while we were doing a live stream, I was saying, okay, this is called men going their own way. So I was like, he was all about, oh, why are you getting married? And what's up with the marriage and all this other stuff. And I said, well, if a dude wants to get married, isn't that a man going his own way? If his own way is getting married, can't a MGTOW get married? And he's like, no, that can't happen. And I'm like, well, that don't make no sense to me because I thought it's a man going his own way. Isn't his own way his own way? So if his own way is marriage, can't he do that? You understand? But see, we were talking about that. But see, the thing is, I never really disrespected MGTOW though. See, the thing is, I had a video the other day too, and I think he was talking about this video where I was talking about, oh, you should just go MGTOW. In the video, I was talking about having a high tolerance for women. And I said, if you do not have a high tolerance for women, you should go MGTOW, which I thought makes sense because MGTOWs seem like they don't have a high tolerance for women, right? So it's like me saying, if you don't want to be an entrepreneur, go to college. Because, on being an entrepreneur, you're going to have to have a high tolerance for entrepreneurial shit. And if you don't have a high tolerance, you should just go to college. That's not me dissing college. That's me saying, hey, if you don't want to do this, you might as well do that. So how is me saying if you don't want to fuck with these girls like that, if you don't have a high tolerance for these chicks, go MGTOW? I don't understand how that's a diss. You understand? But you know, it's ridiculous shit, right? You know, this dude, he's up there disrespecting my wife. You understand? He's like, you know, calling her all these, you know, like, oh, this bitch, whatever. And then he was trying to, it seemed like he was trying to get under my skin. You know, talking about, oh, well, would you want your wife to be fucked and suck, you know, to fuck another guy and do all this other stuff? And I'm like, dude, we're in an open relationship, so that's what's gonna happen. And I'm asking him, I'm saying, so would you want your girl or the girls you're fucking with to be fucking and sucking other dudes, right? And he's like, oh no, nah, whatever. And I'm like, look, this is the same shit I've been talking about. You guys go into these labels and shit, meaning, you know, oh, this is your wife, or this is my girl, or this is just some slut I'm fucking. Because he's like, oh, it don't matter, because she's just some slut I'm fucking. So, you know, he's saying that if I was to fuck a girl that he's fucking with, it don't matter because it's just some slut, right? But what he doesn't understand is this, is that the girl he's fucking with is fucking other dudes. And the girl I'm fucking with is fucking other dudes. So what's the difference? What, the difference is because I call her my wife and you call the girl you're fucking with a slut? Those are just labels, those are just words. You feel what I'm saying? But see, people get into labels and all this other shit because most people are not, you know, awake enough to understand this concept. You understand? So I always get annoyed when dudes be trying to bring that, oh, well, you know, what about your girl if she's, you know, fucking these other guys, and how you gonna deal with that? I'm like, well, what about your girl when she's fucking and sucking these other guys? I don't care if you call your girl, the girl your wife, your girlfriend, the girl you're dating, a fuck buddy, the girl you're fucking with has been sucking other dicks and will be sucking other dicks. So get over it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let's stop the bullshit. See, we gotta have some real talk, some real intellectual talk here. You understand? We gotta have some real intellectual talk here. The funny part, this is the part that was so goofy, so fucking ridiculous, right? Is that he starts going on this, you know, rant talking about how, oh, I'm not making any money, and oh, you know, I'm not making any money, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. And he's basically saying that, oh, Mr. Locario's not getting any views. He's like, I'm getting more views than Mr. Locario, and he's not getting any views. Now let's talk about the views part, and then let's talk about the money part. So, when we're talking about the views, right? Dude, I've been on YouTube for the past 10 years. I've had multiple channels. I've had basically one channel that got taken down that had almost 8 million views. Had another channel that got taken down that had a combined of almost 3 million views. You understand what I'm saying? Also, right now, I have a little over 3 million views on my channel now. Then, on top of that, I have my videos and stuff on other channels. And I also don't just do videos. I have articles that are on a lot of different websites that bring traffic to my site. So the thing is, he's talking about views and all this other stuff, but I have views on other different sites. I have this one site I got my videos on. I'm not even gonna mention the name, but some of you know about it, and I have almost a combined viewership of almost 500,000 views on those videos. But see, he's just looking at the small world of YouTube. You understand? And what I wanna point out is this real quick. This dude, he actually was on his joint talking about, yo, you know, y'all should just holler at me and I'll give you guys the free game and you ain't gotta pay for no bullshit books and blah, 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 blah. You know, he's up there disrespecting my books, up there disrespecting the work I put in. He's like, you ain't gotta, you know, do this and do that. And I'm like, dude, you really can't teach motherfuckers the game because you don't pay attention to no fucking details. You don't pay attention to details. Part of understanding the game is understanding the details. Because the details are going to give you the tools in order to make the right decisions or to know what you're doing at any time. See, now what do I mean by he doesn't understand the details? This motherfucker said, Mr. Locario's not making any money because he has so little views, and you know, you don't make that much money off the Google AdSense off the views. And what he's talking about is if you have advertisements on your videos. Now, do I have advertisements on my videos, meaning other people's advertisements? I don't have any Google AdSense or ads on my videos. Again, he's not paying attention to detail, right? So he's talking all this shit. I don't make money on YouTube. I make money on my site. I get traffic from YouTube to my site because he was talking all this shit, talking about, yo, so, you know, you always talking about pussy. How come you don't ever talk about business or whatever? Okay, let's talk about some business now because apparently you don't understand business, right? and you're not looking at the details. Now, I said, I do not have ads on my joint. I don't do super chat on my live stream to get donations on that, right? I make money off of my books and products on my site, right? Now, let's look at this. Let's look at this. This dude, you know, he's talking about this, oh, you know, you're not making money, so he said the reason why Mr. Locario has to make 3 videos a day is because he needs to do more videos so that he can get more ad money or whatever the fuck it is, right? Now, this is what I mean by this dude doesn't pay attention to fucking detail. Now, I do 3 videos a day most times because I have people who send me donations. When people send me donations, it's to do a video within that week or even that next day. So if I have 3 or 4 people who send me donations in one day, guess what? I gotta do 3 or 4 videos for the next day. This is real simple shit, real simple shit. So the thing is, if this dude can't, understand those little details, right? How is he going to be instructing guys on how to get girls when he can't even, figure out the details with this shit? Super easy. Could have went on my site, saw that people are sending donations, and that's how I do the videos and how I come out with the videos at these different times. Because apparently he watches, a lot of my shit, because on his live stream he's talking about, oh, Mr. Locario, he only gets like 500 views in the first few hours. I get 1,000 views, and on his live stream he only gets like 60 or 70 people live. I get 150 people live. So like he thinks he's in competition with me. You feel what I'm saying? But I said before, I don't do competition. You understand? I just do my thing, right? But see, he's not looking at the big picture. He doesn't understand details, so he can't give out game. He doesn't understand the game. Now let me talk some more business. Let's talk some numbers, right? So I'm not gonna tell you guys how much I'm making. You can guess or whatever, right? But let's just do a little math here just to get an estimate, right? Now, on my old YouTube channel that got taken down, I had my movie How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day that was up, that had over 500,000 views, right? Now, usually you'll probably get 1 to 10% of people who are going to take action on anything that you put out, meaning that I have links to my book on the bottom of the video. I said, and when you watch the movie, it says in the beginning, I say, hey, click the link below to get my book, right? So 500,000 people have watched that. Now let's say 10% of those 500,000 clicked on the link to buy the book. So that's 50,000 people. That's 10%. Or hopefully I'm doing my math right, but that's 10%. So 50,000 times the cost of the book, the cost is $27. So you times 50,000 times 27, you do the math. Now, I'm neither confirming or denying those numbers, actually being what I'm making, but I'm just letting you know. Let's do it even lower. Let's say I only got 1% of the 500,000, which is 5,000. So 5,000 people clicked on the joint to buy the book. 5,000 times $27, which is the book, you do the math. Now, I'm neither confirming or denying that I made that money, right? And that's just off of one video. That's off one video and one product, right? Now, that does not talk about the other books, other DVDs, other programs that I have. You understand? And it's funny because he's talking about views. I'm like, dude, I got views all over the goddamn internet. If you listen to my dude Tariq Nasheed's, radio show, my advertisement is on there on every show for the past almost 2 or 3 years. It costs money to put those advertisements on. How are you see what I'm saying? How am I doing this if I'm not making any money? Now, see, I'm pointing this out. Just I'm not saying this to brag or to even talk about this shit in this manner, because I don't really give a fuck about none of this shit. This shit is stupid to me. I'm just saying this to debunk the nonsense that he was talking about. You understand what I'm saying? Now, this is the funniest part. This is the funniest part. This is the part that had me almost dying laughing. When I was watching the playback, right? So I watched the playback of the video of me and him having this debate, right? Now, what I noticed was that the reason, he started talking about me because somebody called into his show to mention my name. I'm gonna say that again. Somebody called into his show to mention me. Some other guy called into his show to mention me. But no one has ever called into my show to mention you. No one has ever called into my show to mention, no, you know what, I'm lying. Somebody did call into my show to mention you. You know who that was? That was you. See, guys, this guy actually called into my show, like maybe a year ago or a few months ago, to ask for advice. He called into my show for advice, which is a good thing. You should be calling into my show for advice. It's like dating advice. So if you're dating, you should get some dating advice. Now, I'm not, nothing wrong with that. But it's funny that this guy, somebody called into this guy's show talking about me, but nobody has called into my show talking about him except for him. You understand? But he's talking about, oh, Mr. Locario gets no views and I get more than Mr. Locario. But someone's calling into your show mentioning me. You see what I'm saying? Some bullshit. But but anyway, this is the thing. This is the last thing I want to say. Is that, I'm just saying this to point shit out, right? And I'm not trying to disrespect you. I actually want you to do well on YouTube. I want you to make more videos. I want you to keep doing what you do, right? And, people who know me know I'm a cool motherfucker. I'm a cool dude. I'm not, I'm chill, man. I'm a fucking cool guy. You understand what I'm saying? I never disrespected you. I don't understand where the disrespect is coming from, right? And I remember I had a friend who would say to me, he was a cool guy and he would always be cool to people. And he would say, people are taking his kindness for weakness. You feel what I'm saying? And I told him that being kind, right? Being kind is the strongest thing that you could ever do. You understand what I'm saying? Being kind is the strongest thing that you ever do because it's easy to, get all upset and emotional and angry and want to lash out and all that. That's weakness. That's what weakness is. It's not being kind. See, a lot of you who've watched my stuff, if you remember when I was doing my live stream one time, I had my old roommate, who used to live with me or whatever, and this motherfucker came into the live stream and actually fucking, was going crazy, acting all belligerent and mad at some shit. And I was calm as hell with this motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? I was like extremely, extremely calm with this dude. Right? And I was of course watching myself because I was like, if this dude do some shit, I gotta be on point. But I was cool. I was like, all right, let's see what's going on. Because I understood that this is how he was processing his feelings. And what I'm getting from you is that you're processing your feelings. And you are saying all this disrespectful stuff because you're probably coming from a place of hurt. So how would it be for me to disrespect you or to be on some rah-rah shit or, create more negative energy, knowing that this is what's really going on? See, the disrespect is really coming from a place of hurt. And see, what you got to understand about the game is this, is that I don't just tell motherfuckers the game. I show them the game. And this is me right here showing you and showing everybody else watching the game, meaning I'm showing how to handle situations like this, how you can handle situations like this without being all emotional and crazy and upset and all this other stuff and going all, acting all crazy and ridiculous. You understand what I'm saying? Because, you said a lot of disrespectful stuff. I should be up here rah-rahing and getting all upset and talking all this other shit and cursing and all, like, I don't got to do all of that. I don't got to do all of that. But what I want to say is this, is that I'm sure that you're going to be watching this video. Somebody's going to send it to you or you're going to find it because you're subscribed to me because apparently you see all the moves I'm making. And I just want you to know that this is the first and last time that I'm going to address this. So you can make a response video, you can make 1 million responses, you can talk about me, you can talk about my wife, you can talk about whoever, you can talk about my family. It doesn't matter because I'm not the type of person who is moved emotionally by words. You understand? Like a real man is not going to get all triggered by some goddamn words. I'm just putting this out there here to address this so that whoever's seen your video sees the other side of the story, sees what's really going on. But yeah, I'm not going to be going back and forth. I'm not going to be addressing this again. You know, and good luck to you. Do your thing. And, you know, I'm going to do my thing and we're going to keep it pushing. All right? So that's pretty much it, guys. Listen, I'm out of here. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Now, before you turn off this video, make sure you click the link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session. Now, this is a private one-on-one coaching session between me and you where we chop up game for a half an hour. So make sure you click that link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.